Alright, so I should be live. Be coming through. I forgot to mute the tab though. Mute. Oh, please, God, tell me. Okay. Alright, hello, nobody. I am here to finish this game. Hopefully. And also to rant about a few things, but I'll do that later. So this is like my third stream of this. Would you stop? Of Spec Ops The Line. I think I can beat it tonight. Because I have at least 3 hours. I need to remember what my controls are. Go, okay. So it's a nice Friday night, and I'm here, pre-gaming actually. I am going to go social. It ran out of ammo. Love this game. Love this difficulty, I should say. Gotta get my bearings again, because it's been, what, 2 weeks, I think, since I streamed this? But, for anyone watching this on the replay, later, I'm going to bitch about Mr. Bertram by the Daily Wire, and I'm going to bitch about copy editors. And that might be all I have time for. We'll see. Alright, so, now that I don't have an active guest on stream with me, I can actually talk about the fact that his dialogue choices in the game change as he goes crazy, which is a pretty cool effect. He gets more and more and more violent, which is a kind of nuance that is really easy to miss when you're playing through it and getting, like, into the game, you know? And it's the kind of thing that's hard to pull off in writing, but you definitely can do it in writing. If you remember to do so. Kind of the big problem. I think this is definitely the kind of thing that most games just wouldn't even think about. They would just have one set of battlefield callouts, and they'd be good. Hey boss, I did it. He shouts things in combat. Aren't we done? What's the next thing on the agenda list? Yeah, also, because what I have to do every time I have one of these streams, I need to explain why the title says this game is illegal is because this game is illegal to sell. Not because it's violating a law per se, but because they licensed the models of several firearms, and those licenses were temporary, and they expired. Simple as. So you, this game got taken off of Steam. You either bought it a long time ago, or you will never get it legally. You have to resort to the high seas. Totally fine to like stream and all that. There's nothing like that going on. It's just that you can't be for sale anymore. And we're watching history slip away for one reason or another, because apparently digital archival isn't that good. No, I forgot to turn on subtitles. I'm graphic. On audio subtitles. Cool. Might have a guest come on later. It depends on his ability to cook food. Obviously, right now I don't really know. Replay. That was my friend. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not cover. God, I hate that. I don't remember the grenade button. Why isn't it G? God damn, I swear if I die here. It is. Oh my fucking god, game! A cash register? I can't vault a cover because of a cash register? Actual fuck, what? Funny thing is, I've actually been playing a different looter shooter lately because it's some kind of Asian gacha game. Why isn't there a skip button? Uh, yeah, I've been playing this gacha game called Snowbreak, and hard broke on it when I realized that they don't know how to escalate the difficulty correctly. They just slap zeros onto the health bars. It's one of those fucking games. But I was enjoying cover shooter with, fat ass anime girls for a while. Uh, Unfortunately, it wasn't really a cover shooter because there was straight up no need to ever use cover in that game. And I don't mean that as like, oh, it's a skill issue. You should have just been using cover when it got difficult. Literally the boss fight I got stuck on had no cover and just had a bajillion health. Control. Q? It's Q? Why would it be Q? I hate this difficulty. I should never have chosen to play on hard difficulty. Why isn't there a skip button? Why of all checkpoints is this one that I can't skip anything? No, you piece of shit game! God, if I could count the amount of times that the cover mechanics have killed me in this fucking game. How does he go on the ground in a puddle of blood and then this fucking game? Oh, now that's a weapon. Jesus. What? I'm hitting the statue? You have to be fucking kidding me! What the fuck? What the fuck? Running? Are you? Why? Why isn't that fucking? Aneurysm. What the fucking shit, man? How? How is that not hitting him? Okay, apparently they decided to add multiple bullet wounds of health. Lovely. I'm shooting a 22 apparently. I swear this guy kills me. Perfectly realistic military combat. Oh, there was explosive barrels right there. I picked up the Scout Tactical. Okay. Me? Die. God damn it. How is that not cover? Okay. What? Not Call of Duty. Bomb? You motherfucker! Ah, infinite ammo. So lovely. Even if this is now War Crime Simulator. I do love infinite. Unironically. I suppose they're only as good as they are because I'm fighting for ammo the rest of the game. Oh, I have a chatter now. Someone is watching. Maybe I can finally find out if the audio is fine. Oh, hey, John. No game audio. But I had it capturing that. Okay, well. That's 49 minutes of bad content. Didn't want get my own echo going. So I can go to volume.
Where are you? I can't see. Oh, shit.
Alright, I think now the audio is gonna be fine.
Hang on. I'll get you out of there. Forget it. There's no point. The water's gone. That's all that matters. Fuck. This ain't how it's supposed to end. He was right about you.
find out what he did, the whole region will declare war on us. And we'll lose. Now the world will never know.
You're insane.
It's funny. Gould said the same thing.
John, can you let me know how it is going now?
That'd have been nice.
I don't think I can apply gain directly
Besides,
to audio capture.
it's not like I'm walking out.
Yeah, okay, maybe I should try. Oh, I can just apply. Okay.
Here. Just do me a favor, huh? Don't let me burn. Go on, Walker. Do it. Please. Why are you just standing there? Come on. Wait.
Excellent.
Where the hell are you going? Walker! Walker! Get back here, goddammit!
No different than you would have done.
Walker! Walker! Walker!
Alright, well, now that I have the audio.
Walker, come in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank God. The 33rd showed up before we found you. We had to run. Started to think you didn't make it.
I got lucky.
And Riggs?
Dead.
Good.
No, not
It's funny to be getting achievements on a game I bought like 15 years.
Thanks to him, everyone in Dubai will be dead in a few days. The city needs to be evacuated ASAP.
Yeah. I'd love to know how you plan on doing that.
Lugo?
Oh, my bad. Am I interrupting?
Damn it. Sit tight, Lugo. I'm on my way.
I'll make sure he gets the message.
Go fuck yourself.
Whoa, 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 let's keep it clean, buddy. This is, after all, a family program. Rated E for everyone thirsty.
Shit! They're dropping soldiers! Get into cover!
Oh, that doesn't sound good, Marty. Don't be shy now. It's just you, me, and several thousand very thirsty listeners, and we're all dying to know. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, what you gonna do? Yeah, Marty gonna die when they come for you. Water
And then I got a copyright strike.
what you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, Marty, Marty, Marty.
Excuse me?
It's over, Lieutenant. Put down your weapon, and Sergeant Lugo here lives.
Don't listen to him!
I said shut up!
Walker, if you can hear this, they got Lugo. 33rd's got me pinned down. I can't get to him. I need you here now.
You hear me, Lieutenant? I'm not fucking around. Surrender now, or...
Hostile
About
down.
time you showed up.
You're welcome. Now get back in the fight.
Reinforcements inbound! God damn it! Tango taking heavy fire! Fucking everywhere! Keep them off me! Gotta reload! Eyes on that shotgun now!
By the way, John, congratulations on the high-profile guess.
More fucking
To
Tango!
be honest, I don't think I'm going to keep doing the book review thing for like a variety of reasons. Big part is the books that I want to read aren't really the kinds of books that people show up to book reviews for.
Repeat, Delta Force still available in the mall.
Here comes more of them!
Like, I'm not the guy that can do a review on, you know, historical documents about Alexander the Great's wars. However, I need to read those for my fantasy. So if I'm sitting here reading, you know, research material, it's therefore not things I can use for book reviewing content. So, because this YouTube channel is always supposed to just be like a no-effort add-on, I don't know what to do with this YouTube channel anymore. There's also the basic issue of YouTube, which is that it rewards criticism and penalizes just actually liking something.
If you can hear this,
Why, I haven't actually done a review of Prospero Burns yet.
I can't get you. I need you here now.
You hear me, Lieutenant? I'm not fucking around. Surrender now. Or... Got him!
About time you showed up.
You're welcome. Get back in the fight.
Reinforcements inbound, moving from cover. Taking cover under heavy fire.
Like, I really liked Prospero Burns by Dan Abnett, which is from Horus Heresy, 40k. But right now, talking positively about 40k just kind of, like, isn't the popular thing to do, you know?
Shotgun on the move.
Reloading!
Got another one.
That's all good, John. I am actually trying to just beat this game. And that is priority 1 right now. My idea of, just clipping some of this for videos instead of doing pre-recorded videos is secondary.
How about you?
Same over here.
Attention, men of the 33rd. Delta Force action figures are now on sale. Repeat. Delta Force still available in the mall.
Here comes more of them. We gotta do something about this guy.
First, we gotta get out of this mall. You guys see a way across?
Not on this end. Maybe further down.
Okay then, take these fuckers out. Fucking stay down.
One more down.
Shit! I need some cover here.
Got PC making anyways.
Stand back. We got it.
Then let's move. Reloading.
Go, go, go! Hostiles, right side! Walker, little help here. More enemies coming in at the toy store.
You guys, what are the
Clear.
scariest words in the English language? We're Delta Force, and we're here to save you.
Over the bridge. Go, go, go.
They're coming through the sky.
Cross it over. Cover me.
That's not funny, no?
Oh, that's a problem. That's a serious problem.
Heads up. Shot. I got you.
What's wrong with your kids? Pepperoni's like a boring pizza.
Just like everyone else.
Gotta get some banana peppers on there or something. Sausage.
I get my hands on you, you're a fucking dead man.
Got another one.
I can't fucking move.
You
It's too
try,
hot.
sunshine.
Got another one. Careful! Soldiers heading your way! Pin down, Walker! They're on your side! See if you can flank them somehow!
You got it. Hold
Watch
on.
out! We
Fucking
can't
from
cover
behind.
you from here!
Fucking stay down.
Ah, I got you, John. That's unfortunate.
What the fuck? Shit. Where are you? Are you kidding me? I don't. They still got there.
Walker! Hurry up!
I'm busy.
Getting pretty hairy over here!
I said I'm working on it. Bring it, motherfucker. Come on, come on. Shit. Shit.
Well, this is one way to get a seizure. How did I die to a hallucination? What the hell are these mechanics?
Over the bridge! Go! Go!
Heads
Go!
up! They're coming through the skylight!
Right on, right on. I'll save the main subjects of tonight for that.
Cross it over! Cover me!
Shotgun headed this way! Walker, we got one out in the open! Enemy on the move down! Stay there! I got you covered!
Enemy down!
Careful! Soldiers heading your way!
Keep him off me for a sec! Don't let up!
We're pinned down, Walker! They're on your side! See if you can fly!
Hold
Watch
on!
out!
Fight
We
me
can't
from
cover
behind!
you from here!
You got it! What the fuck? Shit! Where are you? Are you kidding me? Stay still, goddamn!
Walker, hurry up! Get pretty heavy over here!
Son of a bitch! Gotcha, son of a bitch.
Keep their heads down.
Take
Cover
cover!
me! I'm reloading!
Pouring into the studio with everyone's favorite teabag who handles the ball. Trying to arrest us. Even
They got
more
the son of a bitch!
Yeah, I love these guys. We're just gonna keep on trying, even if
Tango
Phil doesn't
Demings!
want to. Be sure to stop by and tell him thanks.
I've had it with this fucking guy.
How far you think he's broadcasting?
I don't know, but we've been hearing him since we came through the storm wall. Why?
If we don't evacuate the city now, everyone's gonna die of thirst. Now, I think we can use his system to get the word out. Just gotta figure out where he's broadcasting.
Shit, we got contact.
Where are they?
Right above you. Hurry, we're taking heavy fire!
Hang in there. I'm on it.
Is cover, not cover!
Shit, we got contact.
Where are they?
Right above you. Hurry, we're taking heavy fire!
Hang in there. I'm on it.
Fucking stay down! Shit! I need some cover here! Reloading!
Easy does it, Marty. Don't want to give up your position. You don't want the other guys to know where you are.
Getting bad over here!
The last thing that you want.
Man down! Man down!
Think I'd do that, did you?
Get him back on his feet!
No can't do! I'm pinned down!
God damn it! Lugo, you still there?
Bleeding out! Fast!
What a time to run out of ammo.
I'm reloading!
Easy does it, Marty. Don't want to give up your position. You don't want the other guys to know where you are.
Getting bad over here!
The last thing that you want.
Gotta reload! Watch my back! There you are! Got the fucker!
Didn't think I'd do that, did you?
Hugo's been hit!
Get him back on his feet!
No can do! I'm pinned down!
God damn it! Hugo, you still there?
How you doing,
Hugo!
I'm fucking dying over here! Hurry, Walker!
You're good, Adams.
All right. I'll get him back on his feet. Thanks, man. I think that's all of them.
Here comes more of them.
Jesus, fuck! When is this gonna end?
Oh, you guys are tugging at my heartstrings. Then again, you bitches had it coming.
We're getting swamped over here, Walker! What's the fucking plan?
Make your way to the top floor. You can use the zip line to cross over. I'll come here from here. Now move!
There's no way across! We're stuck here! We ain't stuck! Walker, clear the area below us! We're gonna rappel down! Come on, move it out of cover!
Hostile is down!
Got one moving!
It's clear.
Now that's it! Go! Shotgunner is on moving! Check your goddamn fire! I'm down! Watch it! We have a man down! I'm pinned down! Kill these motherfuckers! Stand on the far side! On the move! Cover us! They're coming up behind us! Damn it, Walker! Keep those guys off us! Watch your ass! Heavy moving in! Keep them off me! Heavy coming this way!
Got the heavy.
I've got movement! Someone take out that goddamn heavy!
Got the heavy.
Door's locked! We need to find something to blow it open! How about one of them RPGs? Yeah, that should do the trick, Walker! Give me some cover fire! Door's open! Get in there! Walker, don't let him follow us!
You got it.
Ambush! Look out! We need to get out of here! Here, they jammed the door! Walker! Get an exit! Blow the door! They're dropping!
Move.
They're fucking everywhere! Shit! Taking heavy fire! He's in there! Okay, man! One more down! Shotgun's on the field! RPG! Look out!
Got another one.
Moving up! Heading for the roof! Cover us!
Oh, Jen, so, A, I want to talk about Prospero Burns, which is a bit of a craft discussion, and B, I want to bitch about how cringe the Daily Wire is with Mr. Bircham. Prospero Burns, if you don't know, tells you the end of the book in the title. And it's a particularly important craft discussion for me, because I'm right now in Undying Emperor, even at a big sense and in a current arc sense, the end is known. And I'm relying on the tension of liking the characters regardless. But that doesn't work for some people. So like, oh well, if you know how it ends, like clearly it's bad. You know, don't you know? So I'm doing an appeal to authority with Dan Abnett. That you can actually just tell people how the book ends. Prospero Burns! And it is still a fantastic read. Best book I've read this year.
You're clear.
Zipping over! Me too! Step back!
So hopefully those both sound interesting to you.
You okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. What about you two?
Yeah. Fine.
You hear that?
Came from behind that door.
Get ready.
Go! Drop your fucking weapon! Do it! Okay, now! Okay. Don't shoot. I surrender.
What the hell is this?
Somebody doesn't want to play soldier anymore.
What's your name?
Staff Sergeant Josh Forbes, service number 867530.
You are not a prisoner of war. Far as I'm concerned, you're not even a fucking soldier.
You can.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Now, the asshole on the radio, where's he broadcasting from?
Don't bother. He's guarded. You'll never reach him.
Our problem, not yours.
There. Top of the Transimmerance building.
Lugo, we reached that tower. Think you can work the broadcast system?
One mass evacuation coming up.
Won't be anyone to evacuate. What the fuck did you say?
Be smart, Captain. This is the desert. How long do you think these people will survive without water? Jesus. All the Colonel wanted was to keep people alive. Remember that.
We'll keep that in mind next time he tries to kill us. Dubai's running out of time, gentlemen. Let's move.
So who's gonna take care of the DJ?
The hell you talking about?
He ain't passing the torch. We're stealing the man's mic.
3 soldiers against a fat ass with an iPod. I'm less than worried.
Gotta expect the unexpected, Adams.
Adapt and overcome, bitch.
Ooh, that dated this.
Whatever's
I
necessary.
haven't actually heard an iPod in so long.
North, across the rooftops. Should take us right to him.
Sounds good.
Slow up. Incoming helo.
Don't think it's looking for us.
That's a first. Where's it headed?
Radio tower, most likely.
Reinforcements. Great. Just what we need.
Hey, be thankful for the extra target practice.
Sounds like a sniper.
Pretty close by the sound of it. Let's step lightly. What you got?
Another fucking riot. Goddamn city's out of control. Like the first storm all over. Well, that worked for nothing. Colonel said we can always rebuild.
They don't know we're here yet.
Anyone left alive?
Suppressor's on?
Let's take a look. I need a fucking smoke. You know if Crosby's on duty? Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell! They know we're here now!
Well. Sounds like Cumberland's come to call. You'll have to forgive me. The place is a mess.
Hostile is fucking dead.
Storm
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Reading chat. That's a problem.
so scary. Well, I got news for you. I'm not stuck up here with you.
Soldier, zip it
You're
over.
stuck up here with me.
Reloading! Keep them off me!
How is that not cover?
Shotgun headed this way! Taking cover! Under heavy fire! One out in the open! Hostile dead! Tango's coming in from the zip line! Take cover! On the move! Take out those goddamn snipers, will you?
We're good to go.
This is a mistake, Walker. You'll never get these people through the storm wall.
I have to try, Colonel. It's the only way.
And you'll damn them all.
Ah, shit! Walker! What are you doing? Damn it, Walker! No!
Jesus. What the fuck did you do, Walker?
Hey, you caught me off guard.
Hey, it happened.
You know, I hear what you guys are doing, and it just gets me to wondering, who goes around bashing people's heads in? With a gun, no less. It's unnecessary and impractical.
Laugh it up while you can, Chuckles.
Don't mind if I do. Ha 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 ha.
There's our tower.
Lot of gun camp in that roof.
Shit! Can't zip over till we clear it off.
Not a problem. Adams, you spot him. Lugo and I'll knock him down.
My kind of plan. Pick your mark, Captain.
Hostile is down! Multiple snipers in view near the dance floor.
That guy? You shot that guy? I like that guy.
Turret, right side.
Oh,
Go ahead.
2 more days till retirement.
What?
One more RPG and we're fucked.
What?
There's our tower.
Lot of gun camp in that roof.
Shit! Can't zip over till we clear it off.
Not a problem. Adams, you spot him. Lugo and I'll knock him down.
My kind of plan. Pick your mark, Captain. I got the other.
Contact!
Excuse me?
Fucking stay
Multiple
down!
snipers in view near the dance floor.
That guy? You shot that guy? I like that guy.
I really need to be going for headshots right now.
Got movement. Watch him. Got another one.
Dog, baby.
We don't have much cover here.
Why? Let me move!
There's our tower.
Lot of gun camp in that roof.
Shit! Can't zip.
Contact!
Got him!
Multiple snipers in view near the dance floor.
That guy? You shot that guy? I like that guy.
Turret, right side.
Oh, he only had 2 more
Reloading.
days till retirement.
Got movement. Watch him. Enemy is KIA. Fuck, turret! RPG boy,
Dog,
dance floor.
baby. Ah,
Fucking stay down!
well, yeah, there goes my fantasy football.
Turret! Shoot out the window. Hostile is dead.
He had a wife and kids.
Could breathe easy.
Won't someone
That's all of them.
please think of the children? You guys are coming to clean this up, right?
Tango dead.
I'm gonna let that one slide. He kind of creeped me out. Ah, geez. Where's all this violence coming from, man? Is it the video games? I bet it's the video games.
borrowed time, gentlemen. Noah and Conrad, reinforcements are en route as we speak. This is all you, Lugo. I want that radio 5x5 in less than 2. You got me?
Don't worry about me. I can do my fucking job.
Radio bin.
Hey guys. like that's a real gun. Come on.
Clock's ticking, Lugo.
Yeah, I'm on it. This deck's custom, so I'm gonna need a minute.
What's that sound? Those voices?
Easy there, G.I. Joe. That's just a cloud echo. You hear that shit all the time.
A what?
It's a signal bouncing off the storm wall.
Hey now. Check out the Whiz Kid.
Yeah, that was textbook. You're the guy who built a citywide broadcast system with spare parts. That's impressive.
Oh, well, you know. You said it, not me.
Like, I see where you boosted the transmitter, but how far does this thing really go?
To infinity and beyond! Or the storm wall. Same difference.
Now you're just fucking with me.
Oh, ye of little faith. You are live and on the air, my good man. Give it a shot.
Wow, that was easier than I expected. Thanks. Get the fuck off me, man!
Have you lost your fucking mind?
Are you really this fucking naive? He kept the 33rd on our ass this whole time. He wasn't gonna let us just walk out of here. I did what was necessary.
You don't get to make that call.
Well, fuck you. I just did.
That's enough! We'll deal with this later. To anyone who can hear me, I'm the commander of an American evacuation force. We're here to rescue you. But first, the 33rd will pay for what they've done.
I'm disappointed in you, Walker. No one leaves Dubai. I tried. 1,300 men, women, children dead because of my arrogance. And now you want to finish
Intentionally, John, are you familiar with Spec Ops: The Line?
from my
It's making fun of itself. Or more specifically, making fun of Call of Duty.
Your butcher's bill is high enough. Goodbye, Captain.
Take cover! So much for the evacuation.
What now?
We're trapped. That helo's our only way off this roof. There's a lot of gun between here and there.
Into the tower. Move.
You two go. I'll cover you from here.
Like hell.
There's no time to argue. Now go!
Lugo's right. Come on! Lugo! The second we reach that helo, you start running!
Don't worry about me. Just get there.
Here we go. Hostile is down.
Watch yourself! Over now!
Gotta reload. We're almost outside, Lugo.
They're already waiting for you. Shit, we got hostiles! Get ready. In the doorway! Get down below! Just give me a way around!
Got one.
Take cover! I'm getting chewed up over here!
Push forward. Rocket move.
Got another on the stairs! I can help, boss. Just give me a target. I'm down moving! Watch it!
Yeah, John, the entire creative point of this game is to make gamers realize that the idea of being like a three-man main character squad busting in and killing thousands of people is A, unrealistic, B, kind of a bad thing, don't you know? They did a lot of questionable forced decisions. Like, last time I was streaming was the white phosphorus scene, where, like, it's incredibly obvious the people in your targeting reticle are civilians. It's completely obvious they're civilians. But you literally can't not drop the white phosphorus on them because the developer said so. So yeah. Hey, lovely time to only have a sniper rifle. me find you over on Gilded, John. All right, say something, John. Let me make sure it's catching you.
Give me just a second. I'm trying to figure this out because it's actually I didn't realize this was going through my phone.
Oh, interesting. All right, so I should probably pause Spec Ops: The Line and then actually apply some gain so that you're not incredibly quiet.
Okay, yeah, I'm here, so I got it figured out now. I just wish that it went through my headset instead of my phone, but well, whatever. It was like having an actual phone call. I didn't know Gilda could do this.
Lugo, the second we reach that helo, you start running.
I need to turn down the volume of Spec Ops because I cannot hear you. Let me get through the 33rd real fast. Okay, so let me go to because I can't hear anything. That down. Google up. Okay, I should be able to hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear on my end.
Okay, good. I can't see the screen, so I'm going to put you on mute on my PC monitor while talking through my phone. This is a wild setup here.
It's no StreamYards, but it works. How you been?
Good, good. My phone identified you vocally as James Crockett, which made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, it like announced me?
Yeah, it said incoming call from James Crockett.
Well, I should file a discrimination complaint.
Man, I don't know. It's funny to me, but
oh my God, this game! Why did it? I have so much trouble with the way the dash and cover mechanics work in this game. It is unreal. All right, so
maybe it works better for a controller.
I don't think so. It's like, so what just killed me, if you managed to watch the stream, is I tried to dash into cover, and instead I just ran straight past the cover without entering. And I ran straight into a shotgun and got my face blown up. When I was like clearly running into cover, and it just pulled me off for some reason. Why? I don't know.
If I recall, now to answer the question that you said a little earlier, I remember seeing Spec Ops: The Line, but I didn't play it at the time it came out. I think this came out in what, the 360 PS3 generation?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, about that time I would have been playing through Mass Effect for like the 7th or 8th time. Never been a big shooter fan, so JRPGs were always more my jam.
So yeah, this is otherwise known as the War Crime Simulator game. Because you're literally not given a choice. It's either commit war crimes or don't play the game. Apparently, they used to make it somewhat optional, but people would never do the bad things, so they removed the options to force people into it.
Yeah, I mean, given the time frame when this come out, you know, shooters were a big thing. It was about, you know, the time the Iraq War was out. My God, they didn't have enough shooters back then. The only one I remember really playing at the time, which I got because a friend talked me into it, was Army of Two, and I really did enjoy the over-the-top nature of that particular game.
All right, I actually never played Army of Two.
It was good for what it was trying to do. I liked it, but it was a bit short, and you kind of had to have another person to play it to really kind of get the full experience with it.
Dude, I miss couch co-op.
Yeah, these days you're gonna have to. You're kind of restricted to Nintendo if you want something that recreates that particular vibe.
Nintendo doesn't even do couch co-op. They do local multiplayer. I'll give them that. Oh my god. Not cover. Why is this not cover? But like, you know, back in the day, like Gears of War, Halo.
Oh yeah.
It was normal to be able to just load up a game that came out recently, and, you know, play with one other friend, with 3 other friends often.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
damn it.
couch co-op was great, but I think once online multiplayer really started to take off and they saw how big that was going to be, they kind of didn't seem to be any financial incentive to encourage, on the couch co-op. I can understand why they did it, even if I don't care for it.
But, like, the thing is that even with like, oh, everyone needs to have their own PC, their own copy of the game because money, don't you know?
Yeah.
There aren't mission-based, like, campaigns anymore. They're so rare.
I think once the multiplayer really took over, it started to just kind of phase out. The multiplayer used to be, originally, in the start, the afterthought. And then it just became the entire reason on the game.
All right.
But
So
I've always been more of a single player myself. That's why JRPGs were always my favorite genre. Or even if I did do something a shooter, something I could play by myself. Of course, now I got kids and I've got my built-in players 2, 3, 4. So it's usually Smash Brothers and Mario Kart's on the menu every weekend.
hey, those are great games.
Oh yeah, and they love them too. Although I've loved Smash Brothers since the very start, but early on in the early days, I was an absolute monster with Pikachu, and every subsequent game they've had ever since has just nerfed that character more and more.
Well, I don't think Pikachu got nerfed so much as they kept beefing up the other characters. But I was never, like, very competitive at Smash, so I'm not an expert at this.
Yeah, you got some people that'll take it to quite a level. With fighting games, too. I like fighting games even if I'm not good at it. But I'm that dad that, gets online. When I did get online and play multiplayer. Just the dad that would sit down, have a few matches and whatnot, and I'm playing up against autistic dudes who are on it all day and night for weeks on end, and after a while, I'm just not having any fun.
Yeah, fighting games have gotten...
to my single-player space.
Fighting games are in a tough spot. Because, like, the people who, like, will wail on a fighting game, and spend, like, hundreds of dollars buying custom costumes are the target audience. But those people play so much, and they have played for so long.
Yeah, and my Twitch reflex is absolute garbage. So there's
you
no
lose
way
it as you
for
get
me
older.
to be anywhere remotely competitive in those kind of games.
The loss of reaction time is most apparent in, like, StarCraft, which somehow is like a 20-year-old game that still has not been replaced. It is still the RTS game.
Sometimes you just nail it right off the bat.
Well, I mean, StarCraft 2.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I played 2. I only played the first one and its expansions.
All right, so let's get to the two things I wanted to discuss. Did you have a preference in which one first?
No, not really.
All right, let's start with the short one. Daily Wire is cringe. Did you
Yeah, they
watch
are.
anything of Mr. Bertram?
I didn't even see the trailer because I could just kind of tell exactly what it was. From
It
the
is
trailer.
exactly what you think. You're 100% correct.
What I think is, it's kind of like it's the right-wing version of, say, Christian films of the 90s and 2000s. They know there's an audience there for blank, and they think that the way to deliver it is to deliver something that is completely opposing to what they don't like. So we get essentially Matt Walsh's version of what he thinks masculinity should be in an animation form.
Adam Carolla.
Or Adam Carolla, yeah, and they're like, hey guys, don't you hate all these weak little pussy soy boys that don't know how to lift weights or bag girls?
Oh, we got these tolerance problems. No, you can't say tolerance. We have a zero tolerance policy for saying intolerance, okay?
Yeah. It's the definition of trying too hard instead of letting something be natural, or making fun of something that it immediately dates itself for one, because it's embedded itself in a part of the culture which is going to be out of date within 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
But that's the Gen X kind of boomer brain that they have, where they it kind of ties to this quote that I once heard an internet historian say, which is, when a boomer finds something funny, it's funny forever. And that explains a lot about their mindset, because when they find something, the perfect insult to something, they stick with it forever. And that's why you'll see the boomers on Facebook still using like insults like snowflake and libtard. And even though like that parlance is kind of on the internet moved a lot faster. So I think that's more who this is kind of aimed at. It's more for kind of like the mid-Gen X.
I mean, yeah, because like obviously Daily Wire is making a stupid amount of money somehow by just pandering to this like. I don't know what to call these customers.
They've kind of positioned themselves as the new age replacement for old school, the older Republicans. The problem is they're mostly neocons, and they project that they are this way and they're on this, but in essence they're basically just Fox News with another name slapped on them. Jesus. From my perspective, at the very least. So naturally, what they're going to make feels like stuff that's aimed at exactly the kind of millennial dads that don't like what they see when they go on social media. So all the jokes are kind of centered around that.
Oh my God. Centered around the kind of person that will get angry at a commercial for showing for the diversity in a commercial. Kinds of people.
Yeah.
All right. So the problem is, John, you write books, pretty good books apparently, based on the success you're having. You're a conservative, right?
Relatively speaking, I register as an independent just because I feel a lot of times politically homeless, but I lean more conservative than I do liberal.
Understandable. The point I'm trying to make is that when people think of like what is the right doing for art, when you get these people complaining about Hollywood being infested with left-wing activists, the Daily Wire is like the example of this is what the right is doing, and that's what they're producing.
Yeah, they want to feel like they're snapping back at something that's already ideologically opposed to them. So they feel like if they go in the exact opposite direction, that it'll be more successful because it's actually, a punch back in the culture war. But the problem is, it's the same thing as what they're punching at. It's just propaganda. They just flip the ideology for it. And to me, that's always been way more cringe having my own politics reflected back at me is much more cringe than
Hello,
watching
Timo.
something with politics I disagree with. And at a fundamental level, it's propaganda because that's what it's entirely centered around. There's one reason why a lot of the Christian movies, even some of the good ones, are essentially preaching to the choir. The storytelling aspect kind of falls on the wayside because of it.
Part of what bugs me with it is if every punchline is haha, let's make fun of these things that leftists do, you are playing in their playground.
Yeah, you're playing in the borders that they set. So,
right.
You're kind of still just in their arena.
Yeah,
you've
it's a
allowed them to
position
set
of
the
weakness.
terms. This game does look fun. I kind of feel bad that I missed out on it at the time.
Yeah, you have to go to the high seas if you want it now. They lost the licenses to some of the firearms. They can't legally sell it anymore.
And that is a damn disappointment too, because there's so many good games that are now kind of without an actual home unless you go back and buy the systems they're on. One of my favorite games that is essentially homeless at this point in time is Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Okay, really? With Xenoblades?
Oh, dude, I love the Xenoblades.
No, I'm not questioning them being good games. I'm questioning why is Xenoblades homeless? Is this a casualty of Nintendo won't re-release games?
Specifically, Xenoblade Chronicles X was only on the Wii U, and in order to function
the worst
at its
console ever.
It was not great. Although I did have some games I enjoyed. The Wii U was liked in my house, although I can understand why a lot of people didn't like it. But
a lot of people didn't realize it was a new console.
Huh?
Oh, I know at my school, when the Wii U came out, people thought it was like an expansion tool to get like a new controller for the Wii. They didn't realize it was a new console entirely.
I don't know how people got confused by that. It didn't confuse me.
Because it came out right after the Xbox Connect and whatever PlayStation had.
Oh. Well, the thing with Xenoblade Chronicles X, though, is it's only on the Wii U. It's been stated by the directors that it would be extremely difficult to port, but also there are these graphics packs you had to download on that system's very, very tiny storage bank in order for it to run the way it's intended to be run, and it's kind of stuck there. And you can't download those from the shop now because the shop is offline permanently. So I've got this game that I really liked that was really cool, and I've even got a strategy guide for it in hardcover.
I remember those. Did you remember how good the GameFAQ ASCII art ones were? Of just explaining everything in perfect detail.
Oh my God, I have so much respect for the people that do that kind of thing, because I do not have that much attention to detail to be able to do something like that. It is incredibly impressive, and would have helped me out in some games where I went in blind and was blindsided by things that I had no idea about. Wild Arms 3 had an aspect of that where I kept upgrading the cheapest part of my weapon, but I didn't realize you only had so many upgrades you could actually do to the weapon, and then you weren't allowed to upgrade it anymore. And so I was like in the middle of the game doing absolutely awful damage because it's so expensive to upgrade like the increase in damage.
Oh, that's a big oof right there.
Very. So I ended up just having to get it like a old school Game Shark just to be able to see the end of the game. If I read a GameFAQs, I wouldn't have had that. Although nothing beats the strategy guide for Final Fantasy IX.
I never played 9.
I don't know if you...
Wait, was 9 the one with the Sky Pirates and the license board? Or was that 11?
That's 11.
Okay, yeah, I've never played 9.
No, that's 12.
Then.
That's 12. 11 was on an MMO, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was 12. No, 9 was the last one for the original PlayStation 1. And the strategy... I got it like day one, and the strategy guide. the strategy guide came with this. Basically, they wanted you to use a website because the internet was relatively newish at the time.
This fucking boy! The fuck did he disconnect from the cover? All right,
A few seconds behind you watching this. But anyway, oh yeah, I'm like 10 seconds behind you watching this on my computer.
I could stream it direct if you want. I can stream it to you through Guilded so you can not have a weird delay. But it's also kind of funny to have the weird delay.
A little bit. I had no idea why you were screaming. You were so calm on the monitor. Anyway, the strategy guide was tied to the new website. They wanted you to give you an incentive to go to the website to look up extra tips and hints and all that crap. So they would give you like basics. There's a treasure chest over here. Here's some enemies. Make sure you have something to fight paralysis on hand. But then you get to the boss, and the winning boss strategies were locked on the internet site. And not everybody had the internet at that point in time, so the absolute need to know information on how to beat the bosses was locked online. And they would say, go to the website in this code, and it'll tell you exactly what the strategy is. And
that's a bad game design.
It's even worse now because if you got the strategy guide now, like the website doesn't exist anymore. So that was a big disaster on their part.
I hate heavies in this game. Did you ever play Final Fantasy X2?
I did, or as I affectionately referred to it as Barbie Dress Up the JRPG.
God damn these fucking heavies! So I've actually never finished X2, because, and I'm still mad about this to this day, the strategy guide I bought was wrong. Because it's the kind of game where you don't want anything but the 100% perfect ending, because every other ending sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to explain it and play. So you have to buy a strategy guide because there are 5 chapters to it, and you have to 100% each section before going to the next because you can't go back. So if you miss something, like, you just lose. You lose, sir. You do not get the happily ever after. And the strategy guide I bought from, like, Prima or some shit like that was wrong. It just had the wrong percentages, so I had no idea if I had completed everything, and they missed some stuff, and I got locked out of the 100%, and I realized in Chapter 5 that I couldn't get the perfect ending. I was so mad.
Oh, that does suck. You'd think there would be something to compensate for that.
Fuck did I? What the fuck, game?
You're almost done, ain't you?
There's like one mission after this. But Jesus Christ, man, this cover sucks ass. Like, this is genuinely the worst goddamn shit.
I can see that. I will admit, I do not miss the era of the chest-high wall cover system. I know Gears did it really well.
Oh, Gears is the only one that did it well. It is only Gears.
Yeah. Everybody else tried to emulate it, and not all of them really got it. I can see they didn't really get it all that well here. This is reminding me of playing Grand Theft Auto 4, where there was a mission where no matter what I did, my AI companion constantly died, no matter what precautions or how I approached the mission. That mission actually was so bad, I quit the game and swore to never play another GTA game.
I mean, GTA games just aren't good. I will die on that hill.
Yeah, they're good at the sandbox thing, but when it comes to actual, you know, the gameplay aspect, leaves a lot to be desired. At 4 especially. Although I will say, some of the few times that I've played online with other people, Grand Theft Auto 4's online, had some great memories playing that game. Not enough to keep me coming back, though.
All right, finally back to the heavy again.
I'll let you concentrate.
Yeah, Oh my God! Finally.
Got it.
All right. So, next subject that I should clip out of this. Do you read any of the 40K books?
What are they called?
The Warhammer 40K books.
No. All the Warhammer 40K information I've learned against my consent. But you know, it's.
I think you'd be
kind of been on
surprised
my
how good some of the
periphery.
books are.
I have
Some
done
of the books.
little bits of lore, you know, kind of leaning just to see, get the gist of a lot of it. But I mean, I know what the Horus Heresy is, and I know about the orcs, of course, which is my favorite bit of Warhammer 40K lore.
Ew. All right, so let's talk purely on the craft, then.
Yeah.
The end of the book is the title of the book. Die here? Okay. How do you feel about that?
What's the title name?
In this case, Prospero burns. And Prospero is a planet that gets exterminatus.
Right. I guess my question I think is it kind of like Halo Reach, where was it known that this planet was going to burn beforehand?
Not really, actually, but like a lot of people are going to go into this book knowing that it falls because it's the background of the Thousand Sons, and the Thousand Sons are a Chaos Marine army. They're actually the army I play, which is why I read the book. So, like, they know that the Imperial forces destroyed the planet because it's Chaos Marines, right?
Right.
So does knowing the ending ruin the book for you?
Hang on, my wife is texting me. I don't know. I mean, I could look at that title and think, is this literal, or is this, you know, more of a theme? You know, is it because if I do know that that's basically how the book ends, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Like, take that tweet that I made recently that popped off about complaining about the trope of fantasy religion, a religious order is secretly evil, you know, and my comments were full of people going, well, mine's different because I do the blank and blank and blank. I wasn't asking you for how yours was different. I was just saying I was tired of seeing that particular trope pop up constantly, mostly because most people who use it don't really do anything interesting with it other than
I do
try and be surface level subversive, right? But when it comes to, like, I think a lot of it depends on what you do with that knowledge and how you tell the story. Maybe, bro, because I'm 42 and I've seen this a lot in movies, TV, or books where they kind of do that, put that line up front where they say, "This is the day this character died," or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty normal, I think.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. I think it doesn't matter how you do it, but because I've seen it so much, for me, it's kind of worn out its welcome. I'd rather just read the story and find out what happens and not have this meta narrative going on with the storytelling that tries to, prep you for what's coming or advance tell you about twists that you're going to see in the narrative.
We read you, Lugo.
It's starting to become not my bag just because I've seen so much of it over the years. To the extent I wouldn't do it. It's another good example of that is characters. I mentioned this on Twitter not that long ago. Characters that in a meta way refer to the fact that they are characters in a story. What's happening to them is they refer to it as their story. Stuff like that. Oh, you thought you were the hero of the story. No, you're actually the villain. Like, people don't really talk to them about themselves that way. And so it kind of it's one of them things that takes me out of the story a little bit. I know I'm reading a story. The characters don't.
I think the only time that I liked that happening was Final Fantasy X. But that wasn't subverting it. That was literally just Orin, this is the main character's story. You are the main character, saying that to the main character. There was no subversion there.
Right. That's one example. But I've seen it pop up in a lot of movies and TV shows over the years. Not to an egregious extent, just enough that when it does pop up, it kind of it starts to bug me. I remember when Orin showed up in Kingdom Hearts 2, where he told Hades, "This is my story, and you're not part of it." Like, bro, this ain't your story. What are you doing? I had a lot of problems with Kingdom Hearts 2, though. Admittedly, I was not in a great mood when that scene happened. I was getting very disillusioned with that game by that point.
I have never played a Kingdom Hearts game. Am I missing out?
Not from my perspective. If you go in just for the gameplay and wanting to see Disney characters in a fantasy action setting, maybe it's worth something. But I have long referred to that series plot as incomprehensible bullshit, and it really falls off the rails for me in the second game, which the main plot kicks off at the beginning of the game, meanders for most of the 80% in the middle, and then concludes without a lot of answers at the end. And then if you want to know everything that's happening, you have to look at the narrative from across different consoles over the course of 10 years before it ends up getting to Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't even know what happens in that one. I completely checked out of it by that point.
It sounds cool.
My take on it is, for a game that's all about Disney characters meet Final Fantasy characters, its plot is needlessly overcomplicated. And it requires a level of research that is just not really worth it. And you Kingdom Hearts fans will defend it to the death. No, if you just look at this chart here. No, I don't want to look at a chart. Look at this chart. This is what happened here in the past.
Look at this photograph.
No, that was not an invitation to try and educate me. And you'll get that every time you talk to them, too.
All right, so what I did that had me thinking about telling people the ending of the story is the way I write my epic fantasy web novel is, even though it is a new chapter every Monday, I do break it up into novel-sized plot arcs, and I call them acts, which has probably confused a few people because they think it's a 3-act structure, so one book took 3 acts, but I'm on Act 5 right now. Whatever. The idea is that the main character is celebrating his victory in a war, and at the Feast Hall celebration is recounting how he did it to the king. So you know a few people that are simply there, and obviously they survived. And that bugged a lot of people.
It would probably bug me a little bit just because, knowing who survives Like that, yeah. I can see why. I do think a lot of it matters is how you approach that particular storytelling aspect. But mind you, where we are in literature at the moment, we've had, I think, a good 10, 15 years of literature's biggest heavy hitters have kind of, and pop culture contributors have centered around this notion of what character is going to die next. So when you kind of take away the tension of what that is, I can see a lot of readers not caring for that as much. Right? You think about like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and for as good as those could be, eventually they got to a point where the big question everyone wanted to know is not so much what happens next, is who dies next.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, I don't care for it either. I'd rather, I want to care about the characters, and when characters die and it's shocking, yes, that's an effective dramatic moment in storytelling. But it is pretty obvious that by the end, that's what everyone was tuning in for. Especially in Harry Potter after Dumbledore was killed. It was like, oh shit, who could die next? Harry could probably die in the last book, and she kind of did that too, but she cheaped out on it. This is the same with Walking Dead, same with Game of Thrones. Everybody wanted to know more or less who was going to die before the end, and it kind of took a lot of the focus off of the actual storytelling, and essentially turned it into the kind of tension you have reserved more for like a slasher film.
Yeah, so I'm trying to subvert that in a way that I don't want to reveal because basically those chapters where the subversion really happens are releasing in June. So I'm trying to be careful with how I describe this, but like I know what it does to people, and that lets me surprise them with like fights that they took as foregone conclusions. I can have the other person win. If there is a way for the outcome to still come together eventually as the stakes get higher. And I'm hoping that it works out.
I hope so too.
Because, obviously, or rather, I think this is obvious. The reason the story is being retold from the feast hall is because the big issue happens at the feast hall. The character fighting and winning a rebellion was basically a foregone conclusion. Like, that's not a very tense thing to happen, but the political intrigue that results from that is a much different story.
Right. And see, it's not necessarily about what you do. It's always going to be the execution, right?
Yep.
If you've got an interesting way of subverting it, and I can say this because the book's been out for a little while now. I subverted the Chosen One trope in The Black Crown, but I also managed to kind of fulfill it as well. Like a lot of the characters were like that. They were subversions of fantasy conventions, but they also at the same time were still fulfilling the requirements for those conventions. So it didn't feel cheap. To me, it's always about what you do with a trope, a convention, a subversion, or an element of storytelling that really matters. Oh, that's nice and dark. I'm just getting to the point of the guy getting hung.
Yep, stopping a lynching. We're the good guys after we killed everyone in this city by, wasting the water supply.
Oh, they're really, really sorry though. Oh, CPR, I've done that before. Yes. Looking at this game, this is bringing me back to the Xbox era where all the games had that brown-gray filter over them.
Not all the games, but a lot of them.
A lot of them. But yeah, back on the topic, the execution of what you do is kind of matters, and we've seen how bad bad subversion can go. I mean, the Star Wars sequels were very good examples of subversion gone very, very wrong, and also not understanding your audience.
Well, they wanted to grow the audience. But I don't feel like talking about Star Wars. I honestly haven't watched a Star Wars product in probably 7 years.
Yeah, I don't want to either. I was just using it as the most readily available example off the top of my head.
All right,
there were
one last topic to talk about. Because, by the way,
Yeah.
you should definitely read Prospero Burns if you want to pick if you want a good sci-fi military space marine type of story. It was fantastic. The last thing that's bothering me is I should probably just start lying and telling people that I use an.
Why?
Because the problem is I don't, or the problem is I don't. Those are air quotes that you'll see in 10 seconds. But if you read one of my books, the whole book will have, like, less than 5 typos. The whole book will have less than 5, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Which is not worth paying hundreds of dollars for a copy edit. It's not. It's 5 typos in 300 pages. Which they'll probably miss the typos. That's the kicker.
Yeah. I've seen traditionally published novels that had typos in them, so I don't feel real bad when I miss them.
If you read a new release, there will be typos.
Yeah. It's just a fact of life at this point.
Right.
I had 2 editors, and I still missed a point in the Black Crown where I used the word price instead of prince. And who caught it? A 75-year-old beta reader.
That's funny.
She was an old English teacher. She was very meticulous in her reading. Yeah, I mean, if you've got the ability to not need one, I mean, more power to you. I know another indie author, Christopher Brenning, the author of The Hellborn King. He told me once before he doesn't use an editor, and I'll be damned if I could tell that he didn't, because his stuff was just clean.
Yeah, so, like, I don't have your book sales, John. I don't have nearly as large of a YouTube audience either. I can't justify even $100 on copy editing to fix 5 typos. But the problem is, if I tell people, no, I didn't edit, or I didn't pay for an editor, they're going to assume that I'm like the stereotypical indie author who didn't pay for an editor. The book I'm reading right now has like 3 typos per page. Like, that's what people assume when I tell them I don't use an editor. They assume there's going to be a typo like every page.
Yeah, there's a blanket assumption about indie authors in general that there's no quality control process to what they do. Now, I myself need to use one because I can't catch everything, and I kind of need the second set of eyes. Say again?
It depends on the rate, right?
Right. Yeah, but I am able to kind of put that level of polish on my books that I want to the best extent that I can. And the way I've perceived it is the more professional looking I can make my books, the more perception is power. The more professional your books seem, the more I think people are kind of gravitate towards them a little bit. Which isn't to say, I haven't had my detractors, but I've had people that have pointed out stuff that they didn't care for and didn't think that my book was edited. And though I technically had 2.
Dude, there is such a scam going on when it comes to editing. Because the vast majority of people who market themselves as editors have no qualifications to edit. Like, none whatsoever.
Now, I sourced mine beforehand because that's exactly what I was afraid of falling for. And I almost fell for a scammer a little earlier this week on Twitter because I was looking for someone to make a map, an artist to make a map for a future book.
Dude, if you find a good one, let me know because I will be in need.
Yeah, I will. I'm glad I didn't fall for this one because the art scammers like to really, once they get you in the DMs, they like to really start pushing and pushing and pushing. And I told this one, said, look, I'm not ready yet, but I'll keep you in mind for the future. Well, give me the details. Well, you know,
those people, man.
They were trying to get me to go ahead and, you know, hurry up and pay. I'm like, I suspected something was wrong. And then indie author Mark Timoney pointed out online that she was swiping art from a different artist and passing it off as her own. And I've seen a lot of those that do that, especially on Instagram. Artists will be on there like, hey, I think you need my my art skills to help you out. And the art that they've swiped is incredibly inconsistent.
Dude, I once had someone use a low resolution download of someone else's. And I almost couldn't find the reverse image search because the resolution was so bad.
Oof. I had someone that I did commission a picture, and the picture wasn't bad, but it really wasn't up to the same quality as like their commission examples were.
Oh, dude, that has to be the actual biggest issue with artists that you find online. Like, I was not happy with the artwork I got for Low Key Connections. I ended up going to another artist that I worked with previously and have him touch it up. And it did not reflect his previous work. It did not reflect his portfolio. He told me to stop sending in revision requests. I was just like, oh my god, dude. So I have actively stopped multiple people from going to him now because of that.
I don't blame you.
Unfortunately, I think I like working with the other artist, the one that did Gamma Coin. Problem is, I think he's using AI as reference material of like this all right, let me pull up what good art looks like, and he's referencing like high quality AI art because his style now looks like AI. Like,
yeah.
You have provided more than enough evidence that you did actually draw this. However, which, by the way, viewers, the link to that book is in the description.
It's got to stink being an artist that's so good that people think you're too good.
So there, an author friend that I know described it as AI ends up with like a Vaseline smoothness to it, which a lot of authors a lot of artists simply intentionally don't have. They certainly can illustrate that way. But yeah, he does a good job.
It's like you can't even put that question out there on Twitter. I'm looking for a good artist and you will have 50 people responding to you, and the majority of them are the scammer ones. The same thing with saying I need to build a website, or I need a map. It's having to go through a lot of other indie authors and kind of see who they've used before, and in order to find someone that's legit.
I just die.
I don't know.
I did not die. I did not. Okay, it's a hallucination.
Yeah, I'm just now coming to that. All the screaming on fire bodies. There was another game that it was a 3D action shooter like this that poked fun at other games. I cannot remember for the life of me what the title was. I just remember that it poked fun at a lot of genres. And there was one level where he come up against a JRPG protagonist. And of course the guy had a huge, ridiculous sword, and he had, Cloud's spiky hair. The funniest thing was that he talked in text boxes.
I have no idea what game this is, but that sounds funny.
No, and the guy was getting frustrated. He's like, because he was having to read the guy's stuff out loud, and push the next button with his gun, And then he got an ellipses, and he's like, ellipses, what does that even fucking mean? And then he
You'll
ends
have
up
to
having
find this one for
have
me.
a fight with the guy. Ah, God, I wish I could remember what that was. It was a little like a lowbrow Deadpool, but I just don't remember the title. It was so long ago.
Goddamn.
We don't get parody games enough, I think.
Oh, it's like I need to text somebody that might be showing up to my house. All right, so I got a question for you. Completely new subject. Am I the asshole? Suppose you're me and you have a friend who is chronically late. But you have plans to go out to the bars. You call them ahead of time, say, hey, when do you think you're going to be here? First of all, when would you expect somebody to show up if the two of you are going to the bars?
Very least within half an hour of the set time.
Well, there was no set time, so I was trying to be flexible. But, like, if you just had to assume a time, when would you show up?
For an evening? Probably about 7, 8 o'clock, maybe.
Okay. Sorry, man. I'm delayed. It'll be 8:39.
Huh?
Okay, so showing up at 9 o'clock to if you actually show up at 9, totally fine. Right? However, I had to ask. The last 3 times that me and him have hung out, he missed his delayed time. And like 9:30 is a no-go. Like that is not an option for getting drunk and going out to the bars and, you know, having a good time. It's way too late to get started. So
I
is
don't
that an
drink,
asshole
so I
move
would
to
have to
ask?
just kind of take your word for that. But yeah, I can kind of see why waiting almost 2 hours for someone to show up. I'm a bit on the I'm a bit on the punctual side. If I'm gonna arrive like 10 minutes late to somewhere, I'm gonna text someone and let them know, hey, I'm about running a few minutes behind. Or I'll just say I'll be there at like 8-ish. But if it's coming up close to 9, you know, I'm at least gonna give you a heads up, because I'm the kind of person that worries that someone's waiting on me. And mind you, we've got this problem in my family. My grandmother, bless her heart, all my life has been perpetually 30 minutes late for literally everything. So to the point where we know if we want her to show up at 7, we have to tell her that it starts at 6:30. Yeah, then sure enough, she'll come rolling in at 7 o'clock, right on the dot.
I hate those people. Like, when it is actually, like, every time that you can actually lie to them and get them to accurately show up on time, it means that they are doing it intentionally. Whether they realize they're doing it intentionally or not.
I've got a similar issue where I cannot get out of my house until... I do not show up at work until it's like 10 after. I keep trying to wake up early. Keep trying to leave the house early. I just can't do it. Like, there's some kind of psychological thing. Every morning I'm getting into work and I'm like, I should have been here 10 minutes ago. Why am I not? I don't know, man.
Bro, I am losing the will to continue this game. Even though I know I'm literally in the last mission. Problem is, like,
that's
actually
real
just
frustrating.
cancer.
When it comes to games, like, if I hit a point where I'm more frustrated than having fun, then it's not worth it playing for me. Even if I have to end up downgrading the game to, like, easy mode just to finish it, because there's other games I want to play. My game backlog is almost as long as my book backlog.
Dude, the book backlog never ends.
Never, never. It's always there. And I kind of feel bad. I wish I could have I wish I had stuck with reading. I had a very bad lull in my reading from like the middle of the 2010s, when my nursing career was kind of in its infancy, and I was we were doing a lot of moving. It was a lot of stuff going on in life at that time, and I was reading like 1 to 2 books a year.
Oof, that's nothing.
Yeah, I didn't pick back up until maybe 2019. I read Kings of the Wild, and that got me back into reading fantasy again.
I had a lull in like the end of college, but when I got my job and I initially had like I was in a car for 3 hours at a time for commutes. I got into audiobooks and Joe Rogan so hard. Because, like, it's that or go insane when you were in a car for 3 hours, 5 days a week.
That's where I do most of my book plotting and book writing in my head, and then get home and write it on down. But I understand that. I myself, I've not been able to really get into audiobooks.
Why not?
Mostly because I have not really put in the time to genuinely try. I've kind of, dipped my toe in here and there, and it hadn't taken, but it was like with Critical Role, like when I started binging that in 2020, when I was working like 6-7 days a week in the midst of the pandemic. I didn't get it at first, and it took like about 8 episodes before it kind of clicked and I started enjoying it. I know if I'll do that with audiobooks, and as soon as I'm done binging Critical Role Campaign 1 very, very shortly from now, I need to get in on audiobooks, because I have a lot of commute these days, and that's the best way I know to at least knock some books off the top of my TBR, is to start listening to audiobooks. There's something weird about them that just didn't quite click. I just got to put the time in to actually kind of get them and make it click. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
I know if I put enough time into it, it'll click. It just hasn't clicked yet.
God! Oh my God! I might be quitting soon.
This is why I like JRPGs. Like, if you get stomped in a dungeon, you can go back, grind, get a little stronger, and then come back and body the whole dungeon.
Dog is staring at me right now.
I gotta imagine he's worried that you're overly frustrated.
It might be. Like, that's definitely possible.
I mean, your dog knows your energy. I know my dogs can tell when I'm mad, and they kind of tuck their tail between their legs and kind of go find a corner just to be out of my immediate vicinity. Like, I'll come back when you've got pets and snacks for me.
But, this is my last life. I'm signing off after this.
Understandable.
Alright. So those are the 3 topics I wanted to touch on today. And this weekend, I'm going to try and learn how to snip out of a stream and see if that works as a better way to make content.
It couldn't hurt. I've been I myself, I've been kind of looking at Bookstagram and Book Talk to kind of see what they do that kind of, leans in, because there's some book people that they're only on those platforms and they're making bank on it. So I'm trying to do what I did with YouTube, which is reverse engineer what other successful people are doing, and see how I can apply it.
Well, the
And
problem is a
emulate
lot
it.
of those people lie. Like, that's the basic answer, is they are lying about the books they read. What the fuck, man? Okay, I'm definitely done.
Yeah.
You
I've
will
long
understand
suspected that
when
myself.
you see this death. Watch this stuff.
I'm watching. Oh no. Oh no, that's heartbreaking, man.
It happens so often in this game, you wouldn't fucking believe it. The way it doesn't line up the explosives with your reticle. And there are so many pieces of scenery that you can see through but stop bullets. There's nothing there except invisible walls.
Oh, that's BS. I can see how that would that'd frustrate the hell out of me. No. I can believe you on the people lying about the books though, because I long suspect some people I know can read very quickly. Brian Lee Durfee said he can read like upwards of 100 pages an hour. And Jonathan Cohn, yeah, right? I heard him say that, and I was like, what did he get? Obviously, God gave him a superpower. Jonathan Cohn can basically finish off a mass-published paperback in a day. Some people can just read fast. But a lot of people, I think, are going through books way quicker. Because I read, I read at a fairly good clip. Mind you, I have to sit down and I have to, be uninterrupted for a while to kind of get through that kind of clip. But you can tell when I talk about a book that, I'm analyzing it in a way that you could tell only somebody who actually read the book and picked up on a lot of the nuances would have been able to line out.
By the way, you should give me the link to your book and I'll add it to the video description for the replay.
Sure, not a problem. I'll send that via DMs. I'm about to jump off as well.
Yep.
Got some family stuff to take
Jack,
care
I
of.
have one more question for you. When are you going to pick up one of my books?
I actually have one right now. I hate to say this. What happened was when I did I got Infinite Money Glitch in front of me right now. I meant to. It was meant to be part of my book haul video last month, but in the middle of recording, I ran out of room and I forgot to re-record like 3 books that were supposed to be on that video, and yours was one of them.
That's one of my good books too. Damn.
Yeah, I had picked it up. I've been trying to add book hauls to my channel to give some, more exposure to other indie authors. It's all the other booktubers do it. They do book hauls, but mind you, I can't buy the insanely amount of books that they have because they've got walls of books. I've got one bookshelf. I can't add that much. But yours is right here in front of me. I'm flipping the pages right now.
Nice. Looking forward to that review.
But it will be in the book haul at the end of this month, though.
All right.
The only reason I didn't tell you before now is because I kind of wanted them to be a surprise to because whoever's watching the video is like, oh, you picked up my book. I kind of like to do that. But it'll be in this month's book haul because I forgot to re-record it for last month's book haul, and until the Sarah Douglas tribute video I put online was out of the way and I was able to delete it, I didn't have any space to record anything on my computer. It literally took up that much space. Yeah, I recorded a lot of footage for that. It was 120 minutes, and there was probably twice that in different takes and, cut content. So I got to do a part 2 to that video.
Very cool. All right, so I'm just going to sign off by saying that my latest book is Low Key Connections. This is my take on an isekai. And It is definitely an isekai, but it doesn't rely on the bad tropes that you're associating with it. I challenge you, viewer, to give this a try, because it takes all. I think it takes all the good aspects of that type of genre and keeps the good, gets rid of the bad. Very happy with the adventure I wrote there, and it's available now. This is the old cover art. And if you want to join my book club, the link to my Gilded server is also in the description. That is a monthly book club where at the first Saturday every month, I bring on anyone who read the book to have a discussion. Last month was Notes from Underground by Dostoevsky. This month is the Dying Earth series, or not the whole thing. Don't worry about the whole. That live stream will be in a couple weeks, and that's totally free to join. It's a Discord knockoff. John, you want to advertise your book a bit?
Sure, thanks. I'm John A. Douglas. I'm the author of The Black Crown. It's an epic fantasy adventure. If you like epic fantasy in the style of like old school Forgotten Realms novels or D&D style adventure, it's definitely for you. I got to work on this pitch.
Dude.
Sometimes I forget how to sell my own book. But it's going to be having a hardcover coming out soon. I got a video announcement that's going to go live for that for too long. And the hardcover looks great. My editor reformatted it a little bit to kind of get it under the 556 page limit for hardcovers on Amazon. So, but it looks slick. The cover looks even better in hardcover than it does on paperback. And that'll be available soon. And if you guys want, check me out over on my channel, I'm John A. Douglas on everywhere, especially here on YouTube. My latest video's going pretty good. It was a tribute to one of my favorite authors, Sarah Douglas, for who I used, kind of took her name as a bit of an homage to someone that really inspired me.
Oh, that's neat.
And that's been going really good. I got over 500 views on that so far. And considering it's 120 minutes long, I'm grateful it's gotten the attention it has been. I've worked directly with Karen Brooks, who is the manager of Sarah's estate, because Sarah was not married and didn't have children. So it was nice to have Sarah's estate kind of, lend a hand and helping out with information for that. Cited a lot of sources, did a lot of research. And then, of course, naturally, the first thing I did was mispronounce her name. I've been calling her Sarah Douglas for decades and only found out afterwards that the Australian pronunciation is Sarah, like tiara. And I was like, well, shit. It is what it is. I'm not going to go re-record 120 minutes of that tribute just for that. But thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
Not a problem.
Right.
Anytime if I am able.
Like and subscribe. I want to hit 1,000 so I can monetize.
I think you can monetize after 500 now.
Nope. Not according. It hasn't hit me at least. I checked.
Oh, you got to have the views, right?
Yeah, I'm like 100 view hours short of that metric.
Yeah,
I'll hit
man.
that
It's a grind, but you'll get there.
Yep, eventually. All right, I'm ending the stream. See you.
All right, later.